Hi, this is a review for this cordless stick vacuum cleaner, and I made the mistake of buying my daughter a different cordless vacuum for her apartment, and she ended up returning it because it had low suction, had very little runtime, and it didn't move across her thicker carpet very well. So I ended up reading the reviews on this vacuum cleaner and decided to purchase it for her. It claims that it has 60 kPa suction, and it also has 70 minutes of runtime. So I am going to vacuum my floors and test it out for her before I give it to her. I have a mixture of carpet, hardwood floor, tile. My house is about 1,700 square feet. So I'm going to vacuum the entire house, and then I am going to come back here and share my review and what I think about it and if I'm going to give it to my daughter or not.
Putting the vacuum together is pretty simple. All of the main pieces click into place and you do not need any tools. It arrived about halfway charged and it comes with a wall mounted charging dock so you can change the vacuum on the mount or remove the battery and charge it separately. The mount also holds the crevice tools and dusting brush, which is really convenient for keeping everything together. It took about 2 hours to finish charging from halfway, so I would expect a full charge from empty to take around 4 hours. The screen shows the remaining battery level and which suction mode you are using. It has three modes, and I'm starting on the lowest setting to see how much of my house I can clean on one charge. I had not vacuumed in a while, so there's plenty of dirt, crumbs, dust, and hair for it to pick up. The first thing I noticed is how easy it is to maneuver. The head turns smoothly and it moves easily around furniture and into tighter spaces. The green light on the floor is also really helpful. It highlights dust, crumb, and hair that I might not have normally noticed, especially on the hardwood floors. Even on the lowest setting, the suction feels strong enough for regular everyday cleaning. It is picking up the visible dirt and debris without needing several passes. As far as the noise level, it sounds like a normal vacuum on the lowest setting. It is not silent, but it's not overly loud or harsh either. It transitions smoothly from the hardwood floors to the tile entryway and then onto the carpet. I do not need to change the vacuum head or make adjustments between surfaces. The wand is adjustable, which helps make it more comfortable to use. And you can also remove the wand and attach the smaller tools for cleaning stairs, baseboards, furniture, or higher areas. I used the attachments on the stairs and they made cleaning each step much easier. I also used them along the baseboards and in the corners where the main vacuum head could not completely reach. The vacuum is also self-standing, which is really convenient whenever I need to pause or move something out of the way. Upstairs, we have carpeted stairs and three bedrooms with medium pile carpet. It continues to move easily without feeling heavy or difficult to push. But the real test is my daughter's shag style rug because that is where the previous vacuum really struggled. So this one moves across it without any issues. It does not get stuck, it does not require a lot of extra effort, and the roller continues spinning. I do not have pets, but I live with my two daughters, and all three of us have long hair. Hair wrapping around the roller is something I always check when testing a vacuum. There was some hair wrapped around this roller when I finished, so I would say it's not completely tangle free. However, it did not affect the performance, and the roller was still able to turn normally. It comes with a small cleaning tool that has a blade for cutting through wrapped hair. I used it to remove the hair, and it came off very easily. The roller and dust cup are both removable and washable, and it also includes an extra filter, which is helpful to have while the other one is being cleaned or drying. The 1.8-liter dust cup is large enough that I was able to vacuum my entire house without stopping to empty it. I did not need to empty it until I was completely finished. For the battery test, so it lasted long enough to clean my entire 1,700 square foot home. The battery died right as I was finishing. I stayed mostly on the lowest setting and only used the higher modes in certain areas where I wanted some extra suction. My total runtime was about 74 minutes.
So, after vacuuming my entire house, I'm really happy with how this performed. It has strong suction, moves easily across hard floors, carpet, and thicker rugs, and the battery lasted long enough to clean my entire home. There was some hair that wrapped around the roller, but it was very easy to remove. And after testing it, I've decided to give this one to my daughter. Her apartment is much smaller than my house, and most importantly, this one should have no problem moving across her rug. So, if you're looking for a cordless vacuum that is easy to use, works on multiple surfaces, and has a solid battery life, this one is definitely one to consider.